Welcome to my channel Cine Chills. Let's enjoy the explanation of the movie.
Shouting was frightened and pushed to the balcony. She grabbed Huilan tightly and watched the ghost hand disappear on the door. Then she breathed a sigh of relief. Shouting fell on a car. Her death was quite miserable. But the next second, Shouting woke up from her dream. It turned out that it was just a nightmare. In order to calm down, Shouting went to the bathroom to wash her face. At this time, Shouting vaguely heard someone calling her. The voice came from the mirror. She quickly stuck close to listen. As the camera zoomed in, it turned out to be the shadow of a ghost on the other side. Shouting woke up from her dream again. She fell into a dream within a dream and could not wake up. She was so devastated that she had to go to the cemetery and sincerely apologize to Fong Lin's tombstone, praying that the other party could forgive yourself. That night, Shouting received a call from the photographer and learned a shocking secret. It turned out that before the filming started, a woman who claimed to be Shouting's fan sent a crown to Shouting, hoping that Shouting could wear it during the filming. He took off the crown without taking it seriously. However, as soon as Shouting put on the crown, her eyes turned white, she foamed at the mouth, and her whole body twitched. Since then, Shouting often fainted on the set, but after waking up, she had completely forgotten what happened before. In order not to affect the filming of the movie, the director issued a gag order to the crew, not allowing them to tell Shouting about the matter. Before he finished speaking, a sharp and piercing noise suddenly came from the phone. Then, the photographer heard footsteps outside the door. He stood up and looked forward. Through the curtains, he saw a pair of black horns with rings walking towards him. Shouting realized something was wrong and immediately went to the crew. When she arrived, the photographer had disappeared. There was only a flashing computer in the dark room. According to the information prompted by the photographer, Shouting quickly dropped the film and television clips inside. On the day of the shooting, the whole crew was worshipping the statue, but Shouting, as the protagonist, was not at the scene. When the photographer found her, she was dancing alone in the warehouse. When Shouting turned around, she saw that her face was full of scars and her eyes were even more ferocious. She seemed to be particularly resentful when she saw people saving her. Then Shouting came to the crew's warehouse and searched for a while. She finally saw the blocked crown. Shouting tried to open the window, but at this moment the crown fell to the ground. The ghost also disappeared. Seeing this, Shouting ran out without looking back. She planned to take the crown with her and burn it in 4 seconds. But halfway through the drive, Shouting felt someone behind her. She quickly looked in the mirror and saw a pair of ghost hands. It was floating above her head. Shouting glanced at the back seat, but there was nothing there. However, the ghost hand in the mirror took the crown and put it on Shouting's head. Then Shouting's consciousness was controlled and she came to a shabby rental house in the suburbs. The walls were covered with Shouting's posters. It turned out that the person who lived here was Ame, a Chinese female fan of Shouting. Although Ame was ugly, she dreamed of becoming a big star. She envied Shouting's appearance and talent very much, and was even obsessed with her to the point of being twisted. In order to be as beautiful as Shouting, Ame started to have plastic surgery. After several operations, Ame completely lost all her savings. Dissatisfied with her current situation, she hired a second-rate plastic surgeon at a low price. Poor surgical conditions ultimately caused her to die tragically in bed. In order to escape punishment, the doctor threw the body into the river at night. After learning everything, Shouting called the police to salvage Ame's body. The moment she saw the body, Shouting's heart was finally at ease. After the matter was over, Shouting started to work normally. But she never thought that this was just the beginning of Ame's entanglement. Our video today ends here. If you like it, please subscribe, follow, like, collect, and support me. See you in the next movie.